European Union treaties.
The Treaty of Paris of 1951 concerns the establishment of the coal and steel community. It was signed on April 18, 1951, between 6 European countries: West Germany, Belgium, France, Italy, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands.
The 1957 Treaties of Rome are the two international treaties that established the European Economic Community and the European Atomic Energy Community, from which the European Union emerged.
The Maastricht Treaty, named after the city of Maastricht, where it was signed on February 5, 1992, is the third fundamental treaty in a row that completed the European Union as a modern institution after the Treaty of Rome and the Single European Act 1986.
The Treaty of Lisbon is an international treaty amending the founding treaties of the European Union and was signed on 13 December 2007 at the Lisbon summit attended by the political leaders and foreign ministers of the European Union member states. The treaty replaces the abandoned European Constitution, amending in particular the existing treaties on the European Union and the treaty establishing the community.
So, what do you know about the Treaty of Nice?
We are students from Institut Narcís Xifra i Masmitjà in Girona, and we are going to answer the questions from our Greek partners. What do you know about the Treaty of Nice? First of all, we show a summary of the EU treaties.
Here we can see a photo of the signature of the Treaty of Nice on the 26th of February 2001. The Treaty of Nice entered into force on the 1st February 2003. It aimed to prepare the EU for its biggest enlargement, with 10 new member states in 2004 and with 2 more in 2007. What did the Treaty of Nice do?
The treaty reformed the EU institutions to make them more efficient in an energetic EU of 27 member states. What was its aim?
To reform the institutions so that the EU could function efficiently after reaching 25 member countries. With the Treaty of Nice, Parliament's legislative and supervisory powers are increased and qualified majority voting is extended to more areas within the Council.
Was the Treaty of Nice a success?
The results of the Intergovernmental Conference and the Treaty of Nice did not really meet the objective of making the Union capable of coping with enlargement without losing its effectiveness.
So, our questions for the French partners are the following. What did the Treaty of Amsterdam do? What was the most impactful treaty?
What is the Treaty of Amsterdam? Explained by Sarah, Camille, and Pablo from France. The Amsterdam Treaty was signed on October 2nd of 1997 and came into force on May 1st of 1990. The Amsterdam Treaty eliminated from the European treaties any provisions that had become obsolete due to the passage of time, while ensuring that the legal effects resulting from them in the past were not affected by this removal. It also provided for a new numbering of the treaties. First of all, let's look at the background to this treaty. The Intergovernmental Conference was convened in Turin in Italy in March 1996 to revise the European Union. It resulted in the Amsterdam Treaty amending the European Union Treaty, the treaties establishing the European communities and certain related acts, which was signed in the presence of the President of the European Parliament. The treaty did not come into force until 1999.
The Amsterdam Treaty has 4 main objectives.
Firstly, strengthening cooperation. For the first time, the European Union advised the Union of Member States to organize a stronger cooperation and bring countries closer together. Any cooperation could take place, provided that it was factory to all the states concerned.
Secondly, simplifying the European system. The Treaty of Amsterdam eliminated from the European treaties any provisions that had become obsolete or outdated with the passage of time, while answering that the legal effects that derived from them in the past will not be lost. Moreover, the Amsterdam Treaty set the maximum number of members of the European Parliament, as requested by the European Parliament, at 700. Thirdly, an agreement on social policy. In terms of objectives, particular emphasis has been placed on balanced, sustainable development and a high level of employment. The agreement on social policy has been incorporated into the EC Treaty, with some improvement. So the European Union has reviewed its decision on immigration, the Schengen area, external borders, customs, etc.
Finally, the election and status of deputies. Procedure for the election of the European Parliament by direct universal suffrage. The community power to adopt common principle has been added to the existing power to adopt an uniform procedure. Moreover, a legal basis for the adoption of a single statute for deputies has been included.
Finally, we'll leave you with a few sources we've used so you can see for yourself.
We were asked what was the most important treaty for European Union. For us, the Maastricht Treaty is the most impactful treaty in Europe. Signed the 7th February 1992, he was then applied on the 1st November of 1993. The Maastricht Treaty established the foundation of the political union, that is the European Union, and created EU citizenship.
When the European leaders came together in Maastricht to finalize the new treaty, they each brought their national concerns to the table. But they were also aware of the need to deliver a successful outcome. An outcome which would equip Europe with the tools to forge a new agenda.
It paved the way for the unification of the economic and the apparition of the euro money. It led to the birth of the codecision procedure of the European Union that gives more power to the Parliament.
These changes were to transform European integration, as Maastricht allowed the EU to develop important new policies to better serve and protect its citizens. It made the EU more effective, inclusive, transparent, and accountable. Ultimately, these new ways of cooperation between members in defense, justice, and internal affairs led to the Europe we all know today. And so was created the economic, political, and fiduciary sovereignty of Europe. This short summary was brought to you by Aileen and Emmanuel. Now, for our Italian colleagues, we would like to ask you, what are the Schengen agreements and what changes have they brought to Europe?
The Schengen Agreement by Liceo Veronica Gambara. What is it? The Schengen Agreement is a treaty signed in 1995 among several European countries to establish a zone of free movement within Europe. It allows for the removal of systematic border controls between participating countries, effectively creating a single external border for the Schengen area. This agreement aims to facilitate for the movement of people, goods, and services within Europe, promoting economic and social integration among member states.
Why is it so important? Free movement. It allows citizens of Schengen area countries to travel freely within the region without having to undergo passport controls at internal borders. This promotes tourism, trade, and cultural exchange among member states.
Economic benefits. By facilitating the movement of goods, services, and labor across borders, the Schengen area promotes economic growth and integration. It reduces barriers to trade and investment, making it easier for businesses to operate across multiple countries.
Enhanced security cooperation. While abolishing internal border controls, the Schengen Agreement also strengthens cooperation among member states in areas such as law enforcement, border management, and visa policies. This collaboration helps to improve security within the region by combating cross-border crime and terrorism.
Simplified travel procedures. Traveling within the Schengen area is more convenient for both citizens and visitors, as there are fewer administrative formalities compared to non-Schengen countries. This makes it easier for people to travel for work, study, tourism, or family visits.
Symbol of European integration. The Schengen Agreement symbolizes the broader process of European integration and cooperation. It represents a commitment to common values such as freedom of movement, democracy, and respect of human rights, fostering a sense of unity among member states.